My thing is I ended up in the entertainment space. Right. So it went from doing interventions, with like people in crises to then doing crises work. So public affairs, bands breaking up. And so I ended up going much more into the
crisis management,
crisis coaching world, which I liked because it got me out of working with treatment centers.
Right.
And then I threw a charity event, and that's when I met Dr. Phil. And then Dr. Phil said, "Do you want to go on a show tomorrow?" And then, this is a crazy story. So he says to me, "Do you want to go on a show tomorrow?" I said, "Sure." I went on the show, like no freaking idea what I was doing. Like never had on my vision board to do television or anything. And,
right.
And then he was like, "You were pretty good." And then they put me on another episode 2 days later. And then he sat me in his office and he goes, "You know what you need?" I said, "What?" He goes, "You need a New York Times bestseller." I said, "Okay." He goes, "What are you doing today?" I'm like, "I'm at home." He's like, "Hop on my jet. Let's go meet your agent." Flew me to Dallas. This is all true. Met my agent. I didn't even really have Instagram or anything at the time. Got me a huge deal, book advance. And then the book just crushed it. It's in 23 languages.
He went ahead and pumped it on his show.
Pumped. Not just sold.
Pumped it.
Pumped it. I'm talking, had the book
I
out.
love him.
Saying, turn to page 36 where you talk about such and such.
Shut up.
He promoted the book so heavy that it just kept selling. I mean, I've sold 500,000 copies.
Right.
Of a book. Books are impulse buys.
I think I sold 50 copies.
It's hard.
I don't know how.
No, but it's really hard to sell books because you got to figure out how to get through the market. And so, and then it was like he wrote the foreword, and then Jennifer Lopez gave me the endorsement on the back of the book. And so it just kind of, and then I had other entertainers support it. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, it was good.
That's amazing.
But what was interesting is the more I did television, so I did probably 40 episodes, and like, it was interesting because the less treatment centers like fuck with me. Like it was like you would have thought they would want someone out in media who does interventions or addiction, who's like, and I found that like people were like not that loving and accepting of me in the industry when I started going and doing television.
That's just, they're jealous.
But it was so weird. Like
it's not, because they didn't have the stones to show up. See, you lucked into it, but you showed up 40 times, and then you hit it out. Then you hit a rope, okay, and you made it.
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody does that. Nobody shows up and then executes.
Yeah, every time I showed up on an episode, it was like a job interview.
That's right.
I knew that if I didn't deliver,
you're gone.
I remember one time I sat down with them because they send you a 100-page document before about the guest who's on the show. And I was in his dressing room and he's getting his hair done, which is literally, he's bald. So it's not much hair to do. And I remember he said to me, he goes, there was a guy on the show who hadn't left his house in a long time. He had long, shaggy hair. And he asked me what we should do. I'm like, well, I think we should do such and such. He's like, that's all you got?
Who said that?
Dr. Phil. That's all you got?
And you said?
It's the #1 television show on daytime TV. That's all you got. And so I said, well, what if we cut his hair on stage? He's like, that's it. I'm like, the barber comes out on stage and like to help him with a reinvention. But like, that's how it felt every time. I mean, it was good because it forced me to keep raising my bar. You know, you can't coast with him. He's gnarly. Like he's got like I mean, I don't even know who doesn't have photographic memories, but he does not forget anything.
We're out of time. Please subscribe on YouTube, click the thumbs up, and leave a comment. Please subscribe on Apple Podcast and Spotify and leave a rating and a review. And share the We're Out of Time podcast with others you know who will get value out of it. See you next Tuesday.